Namaste. Welcome to New Earth Teachings. This is Leslie Muller, and today I'm going to talk about breathwork and release. It's been a tough year. 2025 is behind us now, but for a long time we were purging and integrating, doing a lot of shadow work. So I was part of that as well. I am still learning and growing every single day. But the important thing is that I'm continuing on my journey, and it's clear to me that I need to teach now. So I want all of you to take a big deep breath. For a count of 4 in, hold for 3 seconds, and then let go for 3 seconds. We're going to do that 3 more times. And as you're doing this, try and release any stress that you have. Any thoughts that are weighing you down, we got to release those blockages. Okay, 1 more. Okay, that's about 5. 5 is the number of change. Anytime you're feeling really stressed, try and do this pattern. This is the ancient pattern that Thoth taught in mystery schools. And I'm actually of the lineage of certain royal Egyptian lines. Okay, we're going to go into that at another time, but the first thing you need to understand is that you are being prepared. Every one of you watching this right now, you are drawn to this video. You have answered the call to come to Earth and to step in and help Mother Earth, or Gaia, to prepare for her paradisical glory. Okay? Now, I want you to know that I do have a background in Christianity. I have been a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or LDS, Christian church, since I was about 3 years old. But when I'm teaching for all of you, I know that it is part of my calling to be of service to everyone. I'm helping to create the new earth mentality right now, and I want all of you to rise with me. And that means that there is no judgment here. There is no prejudice. There is no secret agenda at all. I do not push religion. I only channel love and light, okay? The Christ consciousness. And this is part of what has been misunderstood in the Bible as Christ's return. That doesn't mean that Christ will not return personally to rule for 1,000 years in the millennium, as it says in the scriptures. But the main big change that all of us are going to experience in 2026, and this comes from my guides, my channelings, my visions, my prayers, all the direction that I've been receiving, is that all of us are changing mentally. Our DNA is beginning to come back online. That was offline for so many years when we had only 2 strands. We are actually beginning to have the 12 strands activated again. At least those of us who are trying to search and find the Christ consciousness so that we can ascend, become better people, become a more evolved human race that is able, with the merit and the attitude and the peaceful and non-judgmental, welcoming energy in unity and love, to also begin to witness miracles. We're going to have a first contact event sometime between now and 2027. Maybe many first contact events. I personally have already had one. I actually saw a ship back in 2023, and that was in October, and it was so beautiful. I will never forget how beautiful that was. Huge, huge mothership. And since then, in addition to the cancer that I had, the time that I had to reflect a lot, I have been seeking and learning and developing spiritually. I am calling myself a spiritualist because I know deep in my heart that it is my calling to help people and to embody the divine feminine frequency, to be a teacher and a leader in the new earth. So, my channel, my podcasts, my books, whatever you are catching from me, my TikTok channel, my Instagram, Facebook, Threads, all of these I'm active on, but all that you see from me is going to be positive. Why, you might ask? Because the positive mentality is very important for us to cultivate, okay? You cannot begin to rise in frequency if you are still in the negative mentality of survival. This is part of the awakening process, that you get beyond that. Now, I'm not saying that all of us don't work hard and have to earn money. I am saying that the work in general is going to start evolving for all of us as a human race on planet Earth. It is no longer going to be the type of work that you dread. If you want to be successful in the new earth mentality that is starting to come online, you have to find your own talents. Something that AI alone cannot do for you. You don't want a job that's going to be taken over by AI. And yes, there are many different jobs that robots can do nowadays, and they're just getting smarter and smarter, but that itself is consciousness. And that one thing that they do not have is they do not have the ability to become conscious in Christ consciousness, okay? Therefore, your God-given talents, your hopes and dreams, your ability to feel emotion of every type and to express that emotion, these are things that no one can replace. You are uniquely here to do your own personal mission. And we do not have to compete. There is room for everyone to express what they love to do. Okay? So let's dispel fear. That is number one, okay? So we're going to take some more deep breaths. This time, what I want you to do is think that every time you are inhaling, you are taking a portal, you're opening that portal, you are pushing out any and all negative thought forms, anything to do with fear, anything to do with lack, anything to do with hate, envy, competition, anything that puts you down or makes you feel bad. We're going to release that stuff today and right here and right now, okay? I'm going to teach you how. Your hands are chakras, your feet are chakras. You've got the 7 regular chakras coming down your spine, and the most important one that I will always teach you is your heart chakra, okay? A chakra is an energy vortex where you are able to create and bring to pass certain characteristics of yourself, okay? The heart is especially a portal to God, to the universe, to spirit, to your angels and ancestors, whatever you consider to be the higher power, your higher self, all of those things, okay? You need to learn to channel and open that heart chakra in order to create and manifest the things that you want in life. But before you can even do that, you have to let go of the old. Now, I'm not a therapist. I am not a professional counselor, although I do hope to be at some point. I will admit, I'm going to be doing TED Talks. I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to be writing books and movies and things like that throughout my career. I've already seen it. I'm very psychic. But I don't have a professional medical degree so that I can help you through each and every problem. No. If you have some major problems that are keeping you down, such as addiction, you have abuse in your life, you have really negative people around you, you've got a lot of belittling going on, a lot of frustration in your life, or you're angry, you need to forgive somebody, you need to get over a death, anything like that. You've got major financial issues, you've got a lot of sickness and illness right now. Please go see medical professionals for all those things. I can only help you so much from a certain point. From the spiritual healing and Reiki practices, yes, I have experience in Reiki. Yes, I've been a CNA and I've worked in nursing most of my life, and I have had a lot of experience helping people with developmental disabilities, with physical impairments. So I've done a lot of rehab. I've done a lot of child care. Children hold a special place in my heart. I have done a lot of working directly with the public, teaching, volunteering, speaking, singing. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll know that I like to sing. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm good at it. I also like to dance. These are things that I love to get better at. But I don't claim to be perfect in any one thing. Okay? All I'm saying is that I have gone through the ascension process myself. Therefore, it is time now for me to begin leading other people and helping other people who are stuck, who don't know the first step to take, but all they know is that there's got to be more in life than just earning a paycheck, than just surviving, than just feeling like they're stuck, okay? And I believe that spiritual coaching is something that I can do, especially when I'm channeling and I'm using my talents because I'm a medium, because I see the future, because I have a highly developed heart chakra. My third eye's open. All of my chakras are aligned right now. And I have a lot of confidence. I have learned to love myself, okay? And these are the things that I'm hoping that I can help you to do. These are the things that I'm passionate about myself. I want to teach you to love you. I want to teach you how to get yes or no answers for yourself, no matter what religion you are, or even if you're not religious, if you're only what you might call spiritual, okay? Because I'm here to serve you. This is something that I feel very strongly about, okay? So, let's begin by taking each and every bit of that anger, frustration, I would say even guilt for not being perfect, maybe pitying yourself, victim energy. I want you to just take all of that and put it in a big ball as we do some breath work right now. And like I said, we're going to open this portal right in front of us. Do that with your left hand counterclockwise. Okay? Center yourself. Take some deep breaths again. By the third breath, we're going to push all of that balled up energy into that garbage portal, and out it goes, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hold, gather it up from your toes, from your head, from your limbs, all corners of your body. Put it into a ball and push it out. That's 1. Okay? Do it again. Gather, 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 gather. Ball it up. Push it out again. 1 more time. Gather, gather, gather. Put it into a ball and push it out. Okay, now we're closing up that garbage portal. 3 times clockwise. Tap, tap, tap. And away it goes. Goodbye. No more garbage. Okay, so this is the basic principle that you want to shoot for when you are trying to clear your mind of all forms of negativity. When you're trying to concentrate on your breath, what you're really doing is you are beginning to focus on your I am presence. Okay? Later on, we're going to talk about all the different dimensions. But for this simple and basic lesson, we're just going to talk about what it means in the scriptures when Jesus said that his name is I am. Okay? He was trying to teach all of us to gather our power, take our power back, and to become in the moment, just in the moment, letting go of anything and everything that is keeping us stressed and distracted. Okay, that's why in the beginning, when you start meditating, you are doing a lot of mindfulness meditation. You are just concentrating on your breathing. Just like I showed you today, that's the beginning. You can do this even though you don't have hours and hours to meditate, okay? Everyone can do this. Everyone can do what I just showed you to do today. And I want all of you to keep working on that. Another thing you can do to just begin getting in a more positive mindset is to start looking at what is positive in your day, okay? We want you to, and when I say we, I mean those in Christ consciousness, because I'm channeling right now, okay? I was praying before I started this video, and I invited the highest white light, beings of the highest white light, and I will invite them again just to show you. Beings of the highest white light, God, angels, archangels, masters, evolved ETs, and Christ consciousness, we invite you now to guide us here. Guide my words, that all of these viewers that are watching me now will begin to feel the love and the joy of Christ consciousness, okay? And you can call that universal consciousness. If you're not a Christian, that's okay. What we want to focus on when we say Christ consciousness, it is evolving into a consciousness of unity with love and respect for one another, despite any race, color, status, any of those things. They don't matter. They don't matter to God. They don't matter to the one universal consciousness, the one being the light that became the Big Bang, the light that was conscious, that understood things, but wanted to experience itself out through other forms of light. Each and every one of you are a spark of that light that burns within your heart. When something burns within your heart, it is true. It is true for you. You and only you. That doesn't mean it's true for your friend down the street. That doesn't mean that it's true for your sister, your brother, anybody else, okay? But I'm going to help you to find what is true for you. It doesn't matter what you've been taught, because a lot of people have had bad examples, right? A lot of us have had bad parents or bad friends that are taking us away from who we really are inside, okay? And it's getting confusing in this world to find what actual truth is. Can we depend on the media these days to tell us the truth? No. Can we depend on the newspapers or the magazines? No. Okay? We're going to have to become strong as a human race in our heart chakras to identify our own personal truth. Okay? Because that's the only way you're going to survive the next several years. as things become more and more confusing. Okay, and by rising up in more positive vibrations, you are going to get into a frequency in which all the negative stuff doesn't happen to you. It may happen to other people around you who are still really negative, but it won't happen to you. Okay, and I think that's what you want, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so like I was starting to say, this is another assignment I'm going to give you. Every day when you come home from work, you're going to sit down at some table, and if you don't have a spouse or children or any loved ones around asking you how your day was, you're going to get yourself a journal, okay? Get yourself some type of a journal, and you're going to write down 5 things in it that were positive that day. Let me give you an example. Okay, the other day my car broke down and it was on my way home from work. So I did have to spend some time sitting in a cold car where it was, windy and raining a little bit. Okay, I didn't have any water with me. I had my coat. I didn't have a blanket or anything. I had AAA, thank goodness, but what could I have done with that situation? Could I have come home to my significant other or friends or family or whatever? Could I have said, oh, I had a terrible day. Oh my gosh. I got stuck on the way home on the side of the road and I didn't have anyone to help me. I had to sit there for 2 hours waiting on AAA to come get me. Okay, we're not going to do that. What we're going to say when we get home is, because I got stuck on the side of the road on my way home from work, 3 people came and helped me. And I was amazed at the kindness, the genuineness, and just the joy in their eyes from having that opportunity to help me. Okay, that's something to be thankful for. Someone offered me water, which is true. Somebody went and tried to get me some gas because my car was broken down with gas. I have a broken gas gauge. Anyway, so I was pretty sure it was out of gas. And that's what I was telling people. I had somebody come and give me $20. I had all kinds of beautiful, charitable opportunities come to me where I was able to bless other people's lives because I was broke down. And the same happened for me during cancer. I was laid up. I couldn't work. But what could I do? I had time to do some more research, to watch some YouTube videos, to follow some podcasts, to read spiritual materials, to meditate, to grow, to journal, to talk to other people in the cancer treatment facility. I did the most of my growing during cancer, okay? And so I'm just showing you a few things that I'm grateful for. You need to find what you're grateful for. Food, water, eyesight, shelter, anything like that. Start writing it down, okay? I know you can do this. I want you to start thinking positively. Don't say anything bad about your day, okay? Every day from now on, you're going to say 5 positive things about your day, okay? You're going to write them down and maybe reread them the next morning. so that you start to develop a positive mindset, and that brings up your vibration. Being grateful, being thankful for things is the biggest bridge from down here where you have no hope, no joy in life, to joy. What's that thing in the middle? Thankfulness. Okay? So keep that in mind. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.